you are having a good day. I am so glad that you have clicked onto this video today because we are going to carry on with the Why series, and we're going to look at why the Father today. And before you all get confused, God and Father are basically the same thing. They just have different names. And like we say, like God's got so many names. We've got Grace, Healer, Lover, Son of God, Savior, Jireh. All these names just represent God. And you may be thinking right now, what is the point in having a relationship with the Father? Well, he sent his one and only Son, Jesus, to die on the cross for humanity's sins. And that just shows God's forgiveness, that he's always so quick to forgive. And I would really love for us to kind of learn more about the Father. And we're going to look at the Prodigal Son. And basically it's about a father who has two sons. The older son is loyal, you name it, and the younger son is a little bit more rebellious and disloyal. And basically we see at the end of the story, what the Father does basically sums up who he is, who God is. And it's actually so emotional. So I would love for us to just jump in there and head over to Luke 15. And we're going to jump from verse 13 together to 14. So let's read together. Verse 13. Not many days later, the younger son gathered together all he had and travelled to a distant country, where he squandered his estate in the foolish living. And after he had spent everything, a severe famine struck the country, and he had nothing. Firstly, we see that the younger son was rebellious and he thought that running away would give him more fulfillment. And I want to ask you today, how are you fulfilling yourself at the moment? Is it giving you life? Is it bringing the best out of you? Do you feel yourself doing it? And I want you to know that the Father wants to meet with you, whatever place you are at. Remember that he sees you. He wants to meet with you. He wants to have a relationship with you. And it doesn't matter what you've done. He just wants to have a relationship with you. And I don't know if you noticed, near the end it said, on the last word, he said he had nothing. Do you feel exhausted, burnt out, done with life? It's because you spent so much time and energy wanting something to fulfill your brokenness. But only Jesus can do that. Only he can restore. Only he can heal. Only he can do the miracles and the wonders that we can only ask and imagine of. And I know that's so hard to kind of comprehend, but it's so true. The way that you're getting fulfilled, if it's not Jesus, it's not gonna fulfill you. I would love to move our eyes down to verse 18. Let's read together. I'll get up and go to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in your sight. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired workers. So he got up, went to his father. But while the son was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion. He ran, threw his arms around his neck and kissed him. The son was willing to change. He also had a whole script prepared. And I don't know whether you ever do this, but when you approach prayer, you have a whole script ready, wanting to say the right thing. We've all done that. But God doesn't want a script. He wants a heart. He wants honesty. He wants authenticness. And that's what the son here was showing, his just authenticness. He was ready to say sorry to his father, but he didn't need to. And it's always good to say sorry. But it shows here that the Father is already ready to forgive. Are you willing to change how you are fulfilling yourself? The younger son knew where he was going to get fulfilled, and that was in his father's house. Isn't that just such a beautiful picture? I think one of the most beautiful, most powerful scriptures in the Bible is the line where it says, "But while the son was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion. He ran, threw his arms around his neck and kissed him." The Father loves you so much. It doesn't matter to him where you've gone wrong. He does not count our wrongdoings. Our Father is running after us. I mean it. He is so excited to have a relationship with you. Remember, he threw his arms around his neck. He kissed him. He wants to have a relationship with you. I would love to move our eyes down to verse 22. But the father told his servant, "Quick, bring out the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger, sandals on his feet, and then bring the fattened calf and slaughter it, and let's celebrate with a feast. Because the son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now is found." So they began to celebrate. I love the adjective quick. The father cannot wait to celebrate that his son has come home. What I love about this is that the father doesn't just give his son a robe and a ring, but he puts them on him. He doesn't just tell us that he loves us, he shows us. But we are not always aware of it because we are looking for other things to fulfill us. Allow God to celebrate you and to remind you of who you are. You are so worth every robe, ring, and sandal. This is who the Father is. He is kind, he is compassionate, he is loving, he is forgiving. May you know the Father wants to have a relationship with you, and there is nothing that is stopping him from running after you. So I just hope and pray that you will know after this that the Father doesn't stop running after you, that he loves you, he sees you, he's proud of you. So just invite the Father. He wants to have I keep saying that he wants to have a relationship with you. But yeah, I hope this encouraged you, and I really hope you have a really good rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon.